This is the 12-inch Impact brand heat sealer. This was what I used to heat seal Mylar bags I use for storing our freeze-dried food. The heat strip had worn through the Teflon tape, and the tape needed to be replaced. You can see along the top edge there are places where the heat strip shows through. The replacement parts that came with the sealer included 2 new heat strip elements and 2 of the Teflon pieces. After unplugging the sealer, I start by loosening the 3 screws that hold down the metal strip on the one side. They don't need to be removed, just loosened. Next, I remove the 3 screws and the metal strip from the other side. I remove the top piece of the tape, but I keep it because I'll use part of it later. There are also holes in the Teflon tape under the heat strip. The heat strip is still working, so I won't replace it until it fails. I'll use a side piece from the old Teflon tape to replace the bottom piece. Next, I remove the cover from the heat strip screw. If you're not going to replace the heat strip, you could probably just pull out the old tape and slide in a new piece without removing the heat strip. Now, I remove the screw that holds the heat strip in place. Be careful, the part it screws into is spring-loaded to keep the heat strip tight. There's no need to undo the other end of the heat strip unless it needs to be replaced. The old bottom strip is very worn, with a few holes through it, especially on the ends. I cut off one of the good side pieces of the old top Teflon tape. I carefully lay the new piece in place along the top edge, making sure to cover the bare metal. The old heat strip shows sign of age, but it still works, so I'll reinstall it. I use a screwdriver to push the spring-loaded heat strip connector into place. Make sure when tightening the heat strip that it stays correctly aligned. Make sure it lies flat. You might have to hold it on one side with a screwdriver while you tighten it. Make sure the heat strip lies flat and smooth along the top with no bumps or bends. That's better. The new Teflon strip is just a little bit long, so I cut it to length. Tuck one side of the tape under the metal hold-down strip that was left on. With the tape flat and smooth, tighten the 3 screws on the hold-down strip. With the first side secure, pull the tape across the top and into place on the other side. Put the metal strip in place and install the 3 screws. Finally, put the heat strip end cap back on and it's ready to seal more bags.